All right, what's up, boys? Mo here. And if you want to make money or learn how to make money before this year ends and actually get your first successful multi-$100,000 month or even a week like we are, then listen up because I'm going to break down the whole exact thing. We're going to get straight into it. So this store, last 7 days, kind of slow, honestly, week for us, but 100K, not too bad. Here's another store we got, 61,000. This one we're starting to scale up here, but look at that juicy ass AOV, $87 per order, okay? That's exactly what I want to talk about in this video. Even if you are semi, borderline, retarded, autistic, whatever the word is you want to call it, this is going to be as simple as it gets in order for you to start making money. So I'm not going to be giving you guys no little cookie cutter information here that you're going to get and you're like, oh my God, wow, what do I do next? No, I'm going to give you guys the exact blueprint. We are in Q4. Okay, Q4 is the biggest money-making opportunity for e-commerce. Why? Because we have the holiday season. And when it's holiday season, people want to spend money left and right. And that does not mean you should be selling gifts, okay? That is not what we're selling. No, what this means is you need to go ahead is find a product that is average, okay? And make it premium. Make people see it and be like, wow, I want to buy that. And to make this even dumber and simpler for you to understand, let's think about it this way. While the majority of dropshipping kids are trying to find a cheap product and sell, I don't know, 20,000 units a month, or 20,000 units, I guess, at $50 to make $1 million, right? You can go ahead and sell $100 product, let's say, like we are, or an $87 product, call it 100 for simple math, to 1,000 customers, right? And make 100K a month and $1 million a year. So hopefully this makes sense. What I'm trying to say is the easiest way to stand out is by not fitting in. And in a market that is quote unquote so saturated, everybody's trying to fit in and be the cheapest option on the market. They're getting cooked, okay? They're getting absolutely smushed. What you need to do is what this brand has done. And I'm going to show you guys live because I feel like this is a lot easier than telling you. Okay, we've talked about this brand over and over again. Primal Queen. Look at how many units they're selling, 20,000 units at $59. This is just one listing on Amazon out of all the SKUs they have, not including Meta and not including TikTok Shop, okay? They're bringing in, my math is mathing here, over $1.2 million a month. Let me just double check that on live camera for you guys. So 20,000 units times $59. Yeah, $1.18 million a month, okay? But what you need to notice, okay, this is what you guys don't notice, okay? You guys are just in the copy-paste business, okay? They're the most expensive on the fucking market, right? They're the newest, most expensive, and they're selling the most. While these guys right here are less expensive, selling, decent amount. These guys right here just launched. They got the right idea. Maybe this is my product. You never know. These guys right here, $48, 10,000 units, right? And everybody else in the market is competing what? On price, competing on price, competing on price, competing on price. And the price factor enough is not important enough for people to be like, wow, I want to buy this. But these guys, what are they doing? They have positioned themselves as the best, like DJ Khaled, okay? What you want to understand is this, okay? In every market, let's draw a circle, okay? There's probably a good percentage of it. I don't know how small or how big off the top of my head, right? That always looks for cheap, right? But the majority of the market, especially in everyday products, they're already trained to understand that cheap means shit, okay? And a lot of people don't want to consume shit, especially if you're selling stuff that people wear, that people, consume, put on their face, put inside their bodies, health, beauty, wellness type of products. What people are looking for is premium. They're looking for natural. They're looking for effective, right? They're looking for value, okay? What makes sense? So when you take a look at this information, or when you understand these factors, you're like, why would I compete on price when I can compete on quality, right? And make the perceived value 10x higher than my competitors. And that's exactly what Primal Queen understood in order to create such a successful brand that's doing multi-millions of dollars a month. Now that you kind of understand this basic principle, the next question is obviously picking the right market. How do I know what products should I be selling? Okay, we're not selling gifts, right? Because that's just for Q4. We're not selling toys, right? We're not selling gadgets, right? These are all things that just have a lot of cons, and the cons, let's say, outweigh the pros. But what you do want to be selling is clothes, shapewear, especially, right? Or organic stuff. You want to be selling beauty, and you want to be selling health. Why? Because these are things that people are always going to fucking buy no matter what is going on in the world. Okay, if I need to look good, I need to buy things to make me look good because I need to look presentable. If I want to feel good, I'm going to keep buying and trying things that's going to make me feel better, that's going to motivate me and give me more energy and make me sleep better and make me look better and feel better in order to have a better life. If my skin is breaking out, whatever, you get the point, okay? These are the type of products that I want to go ahead and sell. And if you don't know how to find them, I already made your job easier. Click the link in the bottom of this video that has this product hunt prompt. You're simply going to copy this prompt, right? You're going to go to our favorite website in the world, and we're going to click this, and you can turn on search the internet or agent mode, either or. We'll do more right here. And I want to do the web search because I don't want to waste too much time. And I'm going to click enter, okay? And ChatGPT now is going to find me some product ideas. And now when it comes to the market and the product ideas that you want to go ahead and sell, the main principle you need to understand is this, okay? Arbitrage. Meaning, okay, we are going to find a hot market, right, that people are shopping in, right? Which is pretty much almost every market that I just mentioned. Health, beauty, wellness, clothes, okay? Then we are going to figure out the problem that people are looking to solve, okay? Back pain, joint pain, yellow teeth, fat loss, yada, yada, yada. Then we are going to find a unique mechanism, okay? That's positioned the brand. What is the unique mechanism that this brand is saying solves this problem? And now once we do that, we are going to find the arbitrage opportunity, okay? What is that? We are going to find a store, let's say that's on Amazon, but let's say they are going to suck on Facebook or on TikTok. And we want to go ahead and create an ad that gets to their customers before their customers get to Amazon. Okay, as simple as that. Think of it this way, okay? You are opening up a pop-up, okay, in front of a building that just got fully occupied by 1,000 tenants. And you're opening a pop-up right downstairs in their lobby before they get to the mall, right? We all know all 1,000 tenants have to go to the mall at some point or to the grocery store to buy food. But until they do that, there is a window of opportunity always between the time they go and the time they need it in order to sell them stuff to push that thing further. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to go ahead and position my pop-up essentially, right in front of their building lobby, and I'm going to save them a trip to the grocery store to buy whatever it is they need, okay? Hopefully this makes sense. I'm trying to make it as simple as possible. So let me explain visually, right? So I put this in. Obviously right here, we're going to get a bunch of results, okay? So NAD longevity. This sounds like something hot. I'm just going to go ahead and search it up, okay? You're going to get a bunch of options here, right? You can choose to pick which one you want to go with, but essentially almost all of these products are going to be able to make you hundreds of thousands of dollars as long as you give it enough effort to actually test it out properly and follow what I'm showing you here. And I have a proof on this channel. You can go back a few videos. You'll see I've done like 3 to 4 different product picks, and every single one of those products has popped off tremendously since I've actually talked about them. Okay, literally every single one. So NAD longevity supplement stick packs. Okay, why? Because I've been seeing the word NAD a lot. This looks like a new mechanism to it in terms of like stick packs. I haven't seen that yet, but I know electrolytes is hot. I know people are in the supplement space right now, etc., etc. So then I'm just going to read through it. What it does, okay, cellular energy, anti-aging. Amazing. Okay, people are getting old. They want to stay young. Why is it trending? Huge consumer narrative. Okay. How to source, bulk powder supplement. Boom. Cost retail, 3 to 6 per month. TikTok trend, daily longevity rituals, cellular health posts, age better, memes, and infographics. Cool. So now what I'm going to do is I'm trying to look for this arbitrage opportunity. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to search up longevity stick packs. And what do you see? Instantly, we see people already selling stick packs, but there's not a lot of people. Okay, this brand right here, right, selling 2,000 units at $39. Check this out. This guy is a copy of this, right, literally with the same packaging. And what are they trying to do? Compete on price. And have they succeeded? No. Why? Because people don't care about price as much as you do. Okay, it's a mental thing. Here's another one. These are like NAD stickers, right? We see NAD gummies, but essentially this looks like a wide open market for the taking. Why? Because there's one main brand that's crushing it, right, for this product. And then guess what? That's pretty much it. Everything else is a copy and lookalike that's competing on price. That's not doing too good. But these guys right here selling 6,000 units, right? Zune, this listing is also for Zune right here, selling another 2,000 units. So they pretty much own this category. But if we go ahead and we search up like NAD by itself to see the market that they're selling into, I mean, bro, 50,000 units, 20,000 units, 10,000 units, 10,000, 20,000, like the list goes on here. So clearly this product and this ingredient is in very high demand. And the problem that it's solving is what? The unique mechanism, it's NAD. The problem it's solving is anti-aging. So we know everybody can be targeted for anti-aging, right? And they're on Amazon. Now we're going to see if they suck on Facebook. So I'm going to come to the ad library and I'm going to simply search up the #1 brand that is right here. So Zune, Zoone. And what I want to see right now is, okay, what does their acquisition strategy look like? Are these guys crushing it? So Health Beauty, this looks like the one. Only 42 ads and they're selling the sticks. And if we go ahead and we check it out, okay, is this really the main website? Like this looks like a joke. If this is the main website, this is a joke. This has to be a dropshipping kid just trying to steal their traffic for whatever it is they're doing. Okay, this has to be, because if this is their real store, I'm going to be very, okay, bro, there's no way this is what they're doing. Wow. This is literally the only one. Holy shit, bro. What? I can't even make this stuff up. Okay, this is your competition, bro. This is your competition. Do you guys see what you're competing with here? Okay? So now what you need to do is simply understand that these guys suck at marketing. And you go ahead and you know what you do? We find, let's see, where is it? The NAD guys right here that's selling 50,000 units, right, for the same exact product, right? What are they called? Catacore. Where's the name of it? I'm going to search up Catacore. I'm going to show you the difference between a real brand and a fake one's. Okay, this is a real brand that's selling the same exact product to a different audience or in a different way with 76 ads. And now let's look at this type of competition and we'll see what this really looks like. Okay, this is a real brand, right? This is a real product page that we're looking at. Real benefits, real content, right? I mean, still AI, don't get me wrong, but real structure on the page, right? Really good offer structure right here. Really good product pictures, right? Telling you exactly why this is really important, right? Social proof everywhere, right? Science-based facts, benefits, more social proof, right? A timeline of what to expect, a comparison chart, and so on and so forth. Okay, we just did a video about this versus this. So when you guys look at this, you tell me, which one do you think is going to be an easier market to dominate? Okay, and I think that answer is pretty straightforward. And notice how, what are these guys optimizing for? That high AOV. And what is this guy going for right here? Trying to sell shitty $29 products, right? And sell it to hundreds of thousands of people instead of doing what these guys are doing. Demand the price that they want, create the price, and be the best person selling the product. So now my next step, that I've already identified the opportunity, I've already identified an arbitrage where I can go ahead and take this product pretty much to Facebook or even to TikTok. Let's go ahead and check it out on TikTok, right, and see if the Zune boys are doing anything before I move on to the next step. Zoone. Okay, they are not. Right here. Okay, $0, haven't done shit. But NAD. Okay, right here. So Zune is, sorry, my apologies. They are crushing it on TikTok, but they're not crushing it on Facebook. Unless I just found the wrong page for whatever reason. But, I mean, bro, let's double check. Okay, let's just double check. Zune NAD sticks. One more time. So I'm not tripping. Okay, somebody is literally ripping off their ads. Like, okay, like this is insane. And this kid, whoever this dropshipper is printing, but he's one day away from getting all his money held up in a merchant account that he's never going to get and a DMCA. So this is not what you want to do. This is perfect. Why? Because now I want to go ahead and I want to see the arbitrage opportunity that is available for me to actually identify how I can roll out the same exact product to a different audience. And what I'm going to do first is I'm going to copy all the links to these videos that have generated the most amount of money in the last 30 days. Okay, we'll even do last 90 days. They've done $2.3 million on TikTok. And if we see the top videos right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the link to all of these videos. This is 1, or I'll just do the top 3 for the sake of this video. This is 2, right? And then I'm going to go to one of my favorite websites that you guys should be using, which is Blort. So I'm going to come to Blort, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the link to each of these videos. So copy the first one, boom, come back here, paste it. And I'm going to show you guys exactly why I'm doing this. I'm going to copy this one. And my goal is to pretty much copy as much videos as I can, right, about this product here that is obviously crushing it for these people, because I want AI to analyze the main marketing angle and avatar that they are using to sell this many units. Not because I want to sell to the same people, okay, but a lot of these videos, I guess, are not loading. Not because I want to sell to the same people, because I want to see who they're not selling to, okay? I'm going to explain this here shortly. So we're going to plug this in. Then we are going to copy this prompt right here that I also have on my prompt sheet. And I'm going to say, hey, here's multiple ads from a competitor. And I want you guys to break down all of this, or I want AI to break this down. Who is the exact avatar? Okay. What is the primary framework they're using? What are the emotional triggers? What is the level of awareness? Break down the structure. Literally give me everything. And I'm simply going to enter that here. And now my AI is going to watch this video and give me a breakdown. And it's going to give me 3 ideas, angles for me to create and sell a competing product, but to a different avatar with the same problems. The reason why this is important for me to explain this very easily is like this, okay? A lot of you guys find the product and you try to sell it to a mass market. And you find one main message, let's say, and you copy it, and you don't even know why you're copying it, but you're copying it. And you spend some money on ads and you sell it to a whole market. You get maybe 1 to 2 people to give you their money. And then it stops. And you're like, this market, right, is shit, which it's really a multi-billion-dollar market. You're like, this customer shit, this product is shit, blah, blah, blah. You give yourself all the excuses. When in reality, what you have to understand is your total addressable market is really more like a pizza, okay? And every pizza has layers, okay? It's the dough, it's the cheese, it's the tomato sauce, it's the pepperoni if you eat that, whatever it is. But what I'm trying to say is every single slice is cut for a different person. What does that mean? So let's say you're selling teeth, whitening kits. When you're selling teeth, right, there's so many different people that can buy teeth whitening kits, okay? It's the smokers, right, who get yellow teeth, right? It's the people who only brush once a day, right? It's the people, let's say, who eat junk food all the time. It's the people who have sweet tooth, right, and eat desserts, right? It's the people who have bad breath, right? So there's so many different angles and avatars on this slice of pizza that you should be communicating with directly. One general message of you saying, hey, come buy my toothpaste because it's better and because it has this, isn't going to cut it and allow you to scale. But when you understand that, hey, my toothpaste is better than Colgate, especially if you smoke, I'm going to tell you why. Because this ingredient interacts with this and it turns your teeth yellow. And because your teeth are yellow, your breath stinks, right? Hey guys, guess what? If you only brush once a teeth, that's fine, but make sure your toothpaste has this one ingredient, right? Completely different angle to a completely different avatar. And this is why you need to really study your competition and use AI to your advantage to understand who are they marketing to, and then how can I go ahead and address that same problem to a completely different avatar. Because if I can sell teeth whitening kits to women and they can sell to men, for example, we're both going to win. But if I can go ahead and sell to women who smoke over the age of 35 years old and are having problems making out with people, then I have an avatar that they haven't reached, and I can maximize every single one of those people and to buy my product because nobody else is marketing to them. So hopefully that makes sense. And to prove that, essentially, for the sake of this video, very quickly here, right, what we see is the exact customer avatar being targeted. Adults between 30 to 50 interested in health, people feeling the effects of aging, right? So they're saying, hey, if you're between the age of 30 to 50 and you're feeling the effects of aging with joint pain and wrinkles, then listen up, right? So joint pain and wrinkles is their main thing for the NAD. Then they're saying, okay, here's the primary framework. Here's the emotional trigger, personal story. I've tried everything, urgency, huge discounts, blah, blah, blah. This is good. Then they're talking about the level of awareness. Okay, let me go back to this pizza slice real quick. Not only that, but on every single pizza slice, there's a topping. So there's the people who are product aware. There's the people who are solution aware. There's the people who are problem aware, right? There's all 5 different awareness levels that you need to learn how to communicate with, because also just talking to that avatar as a whole isn't going to cut it. So that's kind of like the multi-layer here psychology that maybe I'll record another video about that you guys need to understand, right? But essentially, right, this is why it's so important, because now if I know they're targeting people with joint pain, then I can go ahead and sell NAD to not just people with joint pain, but I know NAD is, let's say, good for skin, or it's good for, let's say, hair growth, right? Let's see what 3 ideas, angles for new different avatars, okay? Mom energy, okay, mom's energy. If you're a mom and you're between the age of 30 and 50 and you're struggling to keep energy for your kids, listen up. Imagine how many moms there is out there. Okay, active aging, right? Here's another one. So who are they talking to? No longer feeling old, can join friends and family and activities again. If you're old and lazy, you need to start taking NAD. Why? Because your age is affecting your energy, but NAD will help boost it. So same product, different avatar. Solving the same problem, the anti-aging, but in a different way, right? Here's another one, okay? The secret behind celebrities, for example. Okay, no more $2,000 IV treatments. Why feel young at the doctors when you can just take NAD, right? And so on and so forth. So now that we understand this, we know there's an opportunity in the market for me to create ads to sell to the same market, the same problem, but to a different audience. And this is where your brain kicks in and you're like, cool, I'm going to make an ad to speak to that custom avatar, and I'm going to take them to a product page and give them a high valued product that's going to be $50 to $60 plus, and I'm going to sell them on why mine is better because it's more premium. Okay. And then in order to scale, if that doesn't work, you're going to be testing out with pre-sales, and then you're going to test out with landing pages, and then you're going to test out with quiz funnels, right? You can test out so many different ways, but we know our competitors are barely doing anything, bro. So if we can do the bare minimum to beat this, then we're for sure going to fucking win, right? So that's kind of like how easy it is to make money, right? To summarize it, we pick the product or the problem, we find an arbitrage, we figure out who they're selling to, and we go ahead and we sell to a new person, and we make sure whatever it is we're selling, it's a product that solves an everyday problem that people suffer from every single day. This video is a little bit longer than I expected, honestly, or I wanted it to, but yeah, hopefully you guys understood this. blow me up in the comments because I'm literally answering as many of them as I can. Let me know what else you guys want me to go over, any questions you have about this, because I want to see each and every single one of you guys tell me, yo, Mo, I watched your video for free and I made thousands of dollars. That's what I want to fucking see. So, yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this one, and I'll see you on the next one.